We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the opening shlokas. Inhale deeply. Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Good morning, everyone. Hari Om, welcome. So, we are covering chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, what were we looking at is, what was the thought flow is, Bhagwan has got two prakritis, para prakriti and apara prakriti. Apara prakriti is everything that we see in this world is apara prakriti. He said, Bhumirapo nalo vayu khambano buddhirevacha. Okay, so, ahankaram iti yammema. Okay, so here, the Panchabhutas, Panchamahabhutas, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara. So when we look at anything and everything in this world is made up of Panchamahabhutas. So including our physical body. Up to our physical body, we are made up. Everything in this world is made up of Panchamahabhutas. Then what about our internal stuff? That's Mana, Buddhi, Chitta. They are also Bhagavan alone. Right? So all of that is Apara Prakriti, he said. Then the one that is giving sentiency to this seemingly, which are really inert stuff, that consciousness, that Jiva Bhutaha, okay, that is also him. And then what he said is that both Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti are him alone. There's nothing other than him. He clarified that. And this Para Prakriti is like a string that is holding a necklace, a bead necklace. Okay? And all the Apara Prakriti is like the beads in that necklace. And other than me, there's nothing. Then he also gave 14 different examples about, in case if you're unable to see the Lord's glory, okay? Now, whenever you see anything, whatever it is made up of, understand that the essential nature of that is Bhagwan alone. So what kind of examples he gave? In water, you understand that liquidity or the sapidity of that water is me. The light in sun and moon are me. In all the Panchamahabhutas, right? The core of that, as in like for earth, it is the core of earth is Gandha, smell. And for the primary property of space is sound. Okay. So like that, pretty much all of those primary properties of all Panchamahabhutas are me, means then whatever is made up of Panchamahabhutas, their primary properties is also Bhagwan alone. If a tapasvi is considered, that tapas in the tapasvi, okay, because of which he is called as tapasvi, okay, that is also Bhagwan alone. And if you look at strength of a person, strength here he's talking about spiritual strength, okay, the spiritual strength which is devoid of desire and okay, then that spiritual strength is also him. In case if you have desire, then anything that you are doing to fulfill that desire, as long as it is according to dharma, that is also Bhagwan alone. Like that, okay, we saw this. And then he, in the verse number 12, he has made an interesting statement. He not twisted, but like he made an interesting statement. What did he say in verse number 12 was, 1 second, let me pull up the shloka. Okay, yeah. So he says that ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसास्तामश्चये मत्त एवैतान् विद्धि नत्वं तेहु नत्वं नत्वहं तेषु ते मयि. So here what he said is that all of that, okay, whatever sattva, rajas and tamas, so now sattva, tajas, they are all born from me alone. Now understand this, sattva, rajas and tamas together form Maya. So that Maya is born from him. So now once I understand that, okay, Maya is born from him and everything Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is from him, and all of us as jivas, okay, not as Brahman, but as my physical body or as my mental makeup, etc., is nothing but this Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. And he said that they are in me, however, I am not in them. Okay? So they are in me, but I am not in them means what? I am the cause of their existence. However, my existence does not depend on them. So again, if you go peel back to more abstract layer, what it is saying is that there's Brahman and Maya. Maya's existence is dependent upon Brahman. Brahman's existence is independent of Maya. So once you understand that, the same concept, it is going down, right? So that means that Maya is made up of three gunas. From these three gunas, Panchamahabhutas have come. From these three gunas only, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, and all the Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, etc. They are all born, pranas, etc. All of them are born. So if Maya is in Brahman, but Brahman is not in Maya, so that means that anything and everything that we jivas are there, all of us are in Brahman, but Brahman is not in us. Now, so then that means that am I Brahman or not? Okay, clarify that. Okay. Yes, I am Brahman in essence because there is nothing other than Brahman. Okay. What I see as this particular form, right? The physical form that I see, physical form or even my subtle or the mental makeup, etc., they are all part of the Maya that is there, but it has no impact on Brahman. Okay, so just like this physical body has no real impact on me, okay, the physical body has got an impact on me, as in the physical body has got an impact on the subtle body. The subtle body and both physical body and subtle body, that is Stula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira, are made because of Karna Sharira. But neither the Karna Sharira, nor the Sukshma Sharira, nor the Stula Sharira has any impact on Brahman. That's the idea. So now Then it is also said, Tribhir Gunairmai Bhaved Ebhi Sarvamidam Jagat Mohitam Na Vijanati Mamebhyah Paramaveyam. So here, what happened is that what Bhagavan is saying is, all the beings in this world, all the jivas in this world are deluded by these three gunas. So as a result, we don't know our the Lord. That's what he's saying. Okay, so they don't know me, who is distinct and different from these three gunas. Okay? So why is that? Whenever we say, who am I? Our primary answer is that I am my physical body, as like, we associated with us ourselves with our name. Okay, so if someone says, who are you? Oh, I'm Venkat. Venkat is just a name that is given. So this like a um, who's it? Ramana Maharshi ji, whenever someone comes, he would ask them this question: who are you? Oh, Bhagwan, he was called Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi ji, right? So Bhagwan, I am Venkat. That is just a name, but who are you? Oh, I am a male in a middle-aged male. That is the body's age, but who are you? Oh, I'm an engineer. No, that is your education, but who are you? Oh, I work as, no, that is your job, but who are you? Like that, he keeps on asking, right? So where he would separate each layer and peel away each layer, the physical, the intellectual sheet, mental sheet, etc. And he will make them try to understand who they really are. So what happened is that all these layers that are there are nothing but Maya. So Bhagavan is saying that because of that Maya that is holding on, we are unable to see the Lord's true nature. So this is what we covered so far. Any questions on that before we go to our next sloka? So we chant verse number 14. So I'll break down the words first and then we will chant. Okay. Daivi,
Devi,
Hiesha. Hiesha is he. Esha becomes Hiesha. Daivi, Hiesha, Gunamayi, Mama, Maya, Duratyaya. Mam eva together becomes mam eva ye prapadyante mayametam, that is two words, mayam etam becomes mayametam taranti te. So please
I
repeat.
I can go. Yeah.
Okay, please repeat after me. Daivi hesha gunamayi
दैवी हेषा गुणमयी
mama maya duratyaya
मम माया दुरत्यया
मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते
मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते
मायामेतां तरन्ति ते.
मायामेतां तरन्ति ते.
So now the challenge, as we said, right, is that the challenge is we're all stuck and deluded by these three gunas, and we are stuck in these three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. We are stuck in maya. So what is the solution? Okay, so that solution is being given here. So now, first of all, understand that Prakriti is not in my control. Okay. So Prakriti is not in my control means even whether I want to sleep, if when do I want to sleep, when do I want to wake up is not in my control. I may go to bed at 8 p.m., but I may not be able to actually sleep until 1 a.m. Okay. Uh, I may want to sleep until 8, but I got up at 5 and I can't go to sleep or whatever, right? So, or I want to wake up at 4 in the morning, but I overslept. So these kind of things so that is with respect to tamas aspect, right? So in the same way, Prakriti, whether it's outside Prakriti or inside our own thoughts or anything like that, none, those are not in our control. So Daivi. So Daivi here, Kalatrayapi Anapekshata, like without any dependence. Okay. So Daivi means a Deva. Deva who is self-effulgent without any dependence. Okay, that is called as Deva. So that's why, like even in our movies or Ramachitra comics, etc., whenever they show a Devata or Deva, they show as if there is a glow coming out of them, right? So that's why, and without requiring any external help. So this Daivi, so what are these are Devatas from a mm, this perspective, or what like as in Puranas perspective. But what are the Daivis is in our body itself there are Devatas. What are those? All our Indriyas, etc. Like, whether Indriyas meaning like I'm talking about all 14 Indriyas. 14, 5 plus 5 plus 4. 5 Karmendriyas, 5 Jnanendriyas, and 4 Antarendriyas, which is Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. So all these Indriyas, the external Indriyas, they shine because of mind. Okay, because there's a hierarchy. Okay, all the external Indriyas means Karmendriyas and Jnanendriyas, they shine because of mind. Mind shines because of Ahankara. Ahankara in turn shines because of self. So the self doesn't shine because of anything. Instead, it is self-effulgent. So now shining means what? Here shining is a somewhat poetic term because I see something. Okay. When I say like I see this pen, I am able to shine the light of my eyes on this pen and grasp the form, color, whatever of the pen. Now, that is done because my mind is there. Okay, if my mind is not there, even though in the room right now that I am in, there are so many things across everything, and maybe my eyes are going there, however, because my mind is focused on what we are speaking, my mind is not paying attention, even though my eyes have seen them, quote unquote, seen them, it did not shine on them. Okay, so the eyes are shining because of mind, and mind in the sense, in turn, is shining because of Ankara, which in turn is shining because of the self. Actually, like all of this comes in Nirdusha Viveka in detail about why this kind of hierarchy is there. Now, Daivi is means Daiva Ashraya. So, one who is taking refuge. Who is taking refuge? Who is the final Deva here? Is Atma or Brahma. And Daiva Ashraya means Brahmashraya. Brahmashraya, it means what? Like Maya has taken refuge in Brahman. So, Maya or this Daivi has Adhisthana or substrat is it has its substratum in Lord alone. So now Lord, as in Brahman, is untouched by Maya. Just like the sky is untouched by the blueness in sky. So this is Daivi. So this Maya, this Daivi, okay, Esha, meaning Esha means this. Okay. So Daivi, he means Nischayena means it is talking about like with guaranteed. Okay. Yeah, this Maya alone, that Daivi alone, this Maya alone, Gunamayi. Gunamayi is it has got gunas. What gunas? Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. So these three gunas are there. Daivi, Esha, Gunamayi, Mama Maya. Duratyaya. So he's saying, Bhagavan is saying, Mama Maya. Okay? Mama Maya means what? This is my Maya. So that means what? Maya belongs to Lord and it will listen to him. Okay? And this Maya that belongs to the Lord is Duratyaya. Duratyaya means difficult to cross. Okay, so crossing Maya is very difficult. Okay, Duratyaya means Dukkena Atyaya. So that means with great difficulty. Okay, that means a lot of effort is required to cross this Maya. Now, in our Vedanta, what we say is to cross this Maya, it means what? Our our spiritual path, right? So we have to go complete our spiritual path and reach the destination. And what is the spiritual path? What is the guide map for us? We need to start with purifying our mind. Our mind can be purified with karma yoga. Karma yoga means perform only duties, okay, without expecting any result, and then and not not miss any let's not skip any duties, and then eventually understand that I am not the doer. So and then with this chitta shuddhi develops, then you work on our sadhana chatushtaya, that is viveka, vairagya, shama, dama, uprama, titiksha, shraddha, samadhana, all of those, mumukshutvam. Then you reach to a guru pasadana. Okay. And once you meet guru, he is going to teach. So when I learn, that is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, then with that, we are reducing our vasana, swasana, kshaya, manonasha, all of that. Then Tattva Viveka happens, then Jivan Mukti happens. So this is like a whole big thing is there, right? So, and this is going to take, depending on, it is a, depending on the intensity or lack of it, it may take several years to, if lack of intensity is less, but consistent effort is there, maybe it will take few lifetimes. And if we don't, if we, as we said, right, Jiva is Anadi, so we continue for several more lives. So that's why this Gunamayi Maya, that is very difficult to cross. And however, ye mameva ye prapadyante is there. So ye means people, okay, those guys, okay, there are a set of people. Those people are very successful, okay? And mam eva ye means, so here, what are they doing? Mam means in me alone. In me alone means in Bhagwan alone. Eva. Eva means alone. Okay? Mam eva means single focus approach. I want nothing but moksha and moksha alone, or Lord and Lord alone, or self alone. Okay, so this mameva ye for people who does that, and prapadyante means prapatti means surrender. So what they are doing is that these people who are surrendering to Lord. How are they surrendering to Lord? By dropping their ego, and they don't consider themselves different from Lord. Okay? So when you go to temple, okay, Bhagwan's Murti is on a pedestal. Yes, Bhagwan's Murti is on a pedestal. We are slightly lower. So depending on the size of the Murti, the idol, okay, it could be taller than you or shorter than you. Then what we do? We do namaskara. When we do namaskara, we take a bow. And then, if you have better bhakti, what you do? You go further down. And if you have full bhakti, you will do a Sashtanga Namaskara. Sashtanga Namaskara means your feet are touching the ground, your knees are touching the ground, right? Your chest is touching the ground, your head is touching the ground, your what is it? Elbows are touching the ground, and your palms are also touching the ground. So that is Sashtanga Namaskara. So now what happened? Bhagavan was vertical, you are vertical, and you became, like your height became 0, right? So that means what? You alone are there. I am nothing in front of you. And when we did Namaskara, what is Namaskara? It is Jiva, it is Brahman. Jiva, Brahma, Aikyada. Okay? So now when I say you alone are there, I am not there. So what that means? What does that mean? Is that if I am not there, then do I have a mind or not? In the symbolic prostration, okay, when I prostrate to Bhagavan, okay, do I have mind or not? I do have mind. Now, if I have surrendered to God, then what about the mind? Did I surrender my mind to God? Yes. If I surrendered my mind to God, that means what? I must perform. My thoughts should be regarding the Lord only. My thought should always run to Lord. My thought should always be ready to execute God's will. Okay, my body, my mind, my indriyas, etc. They all should be able to execute only God's will, because I don't have any independent existence other than God. So whatever these instruments are there, they have already surrendered to God. Okay, it's not like I already surrendered. I realized that they belong to God. Okay, I did not create these instruments. So because I did not create these instruments, they all belong to God. And I just realized that. So let God's word, whatever God wants to do, let that happen through this mind, let that happen through this body, and however God wants to use this, so be it. So this giving up ego in this manner is surrender. So this is the surrender that one is talking about. Prapadyante. Prapadyante means the, the final surrender is the dissolution of that ego, where I as Ahankara is not there anymore. Give away my individuality to Bhagwan, disassociate with from all the upadhis. Upadhis are like, what are our upadhis like? What are our dependencies, limiting factors? I am bound by my physical body. I am bound by my thoughts. I am bound by my mind. I am bound by my intellect. All of them, give it away. And when this giving away is there, in this giving away, there are 3 stages, it says. Okay. One is Tasya eva aham. Mama eva asau. Sa eva aham dheya ekavastu satana bhagavat abhyasa pakatah. Okay. Anyway, like the step 1 is understand that I belong to Lord. That is step 1, first stage. Then the second step is Lord is mine. And the third stage is I am Lord alone. So I belong to Lord means God is 1, I am 0. Okay. Lord is mine means Lord is 1, I am one. Or maybe Lord is zero, I am one, it doesn't matter. And then I am Lord means what? We both are one alone. Okay? So then there are no two. Okay? There's no such thing as me and Lord. There's only one. That Lord alone is there, and there's nothing but Lord. So this is the progression that goes through as bhakti becomes more and more. So this surrender is the ultimate dissolution. So, but however, the process of love, the process of bhakti starts from desiring to know the Lord. Jignasa. Jignasa means I want to understand who this person or like who this entity who created me and this universe. So that is where you start. That jignasa will lead to the curiosity will lead to Shravana. No, oh, this is the nature of Lord. Let me think a little bit about what I heard. The the Guru or the scriptures are saying like this, but I'm not sure if I understood that. So let me think over it, mull over it, to manana. And then finally you abide in it. Once you start realizing that is your own personal experience and you live that, so and then that surrender happens. So this surrender is what is going to help. So he says, Mayam etam tarantite. So these people who surrender like that, okay, so that etam, this Maya, okay, this Maya, what to do they with this Maya? They taranti. Taranti means they cross over. Okay, so Maya metam taranti. Okay, so the people who has prapadyante, okay, they will cross over. But people who don't have that surrender to God, then they are not able to cross over. Okay, so this, okay, so what he's saying is that only one who takes this Maya is Bhagwan alone. Okay, it belongs to Bhagwan, number one. Second is, this is very difficult to cross over. Third thing is, if we surrender, we can cross over. If not, we cannot. Okay, so this is what the summary of this particular shloka. Any questions on this before we move to next shloka? So then only those people who, when it is said, only those people, okay, Mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite, when it is said, it means that only those people who surrenders, they can cross over Maya. Means what? If I don't surrender, I don't cross over Maya. So in that case, what happens to them? Okay, that is elaborated in the next verse. So let me break down this shloka words and then we will chant. Okay, na mam. This is shloka 15. Okay, na mam dushkrutino dushkrutinaha. But in the sandhi it becomes dushkrutino mudhaha prapadyante naradhamaha. So there is that word has two words in them. Nara adhamaha. Maya apakruta jnana. So that is Maya apakruta jnana. So there's Maya apakruta jnana together became Maya apakruta jnana. Asuram bhavamashritaha. So that has got two words. Bhavam ashritaha together become bhavamashritaha. Okay. So, Hari, do you want to repeat after me?
Sure.
न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः
न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः
माययापहृतज्ञान
मायया प्रकृतज्ञानान्
आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः
असुरं मगरिष्ठाग
आसुरं
असुरं
भावम्
भावम्
आश्रिताः.
आश्रिताः भावम् आश्रिताः.
So, to reach the Lord well is called prapatti. Okay? Pra is basically, if you see the word prapatti, pra is a visheshana. Visheshana means a prefix saying that perfectly well. Okay, but patti is pada. Okay, so reaching the feet of the Lord. That's the idea. Prapatti, that is surrender. Okay, so now here in this shloka, now what about the other people who are unable to reach? So in there are nara adhamaha. Okay, nara means humans. Adhama means lowest quality. Okay, that's the lowest quality of human beings. What kind of lowest quality of human beings? Meaning, like, how? When do we know? Or what are the characteristics of these lowest quality people? Dushkrutina. Dushkruti. Kruti means performance. Okay, performance in a action is kruti. Okay, so sometimes you also see it is also used in a slightly different manner when we say Tyagaraja Kruti. What does Tyagaraja Kruti means? The composition written by Tyagaraja. So in a music world, Kruti means a composition, which is an action again. Okay? But this karma, okay, now if the karma, if it is performed, dushta karma is performed, meaning a negative action is performed, okay, and that negative action which brings a a painful result or a sorrowful result for other people. Okay, so that is when someone is doing like that. Okay, so when someone is doing a bad action that will bring pain and sorrow to others, that's a tamasika person. Okay, is considered as naradhamaha. Then there's also other kind. Okay, moodhaha. Okay. Moodha. Okay, actually, like Shankaracharya ji in Bhajagovindam, he calls everyone as uh, in the opening verse, he says Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam, Govindam, Bhaja Moodhamate. He calls his mind as Moodha. Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshati Drukking Karane. So in there, Bhajagovindam, he he sees the people who are running around different things in life, and he to wake them up, he calls right in the first shloka as Moodhaha. So that's why actually Bhajagovindam is also actually originally called as Moha Mudgara. So that means one that breaks down the moha like somewhat violently. Okay. Mudgara is like a hammer. Okay. Uh, so Moodhaha. So this Moodha means what are these Moodhas? They are deluded. Okay, deluded people means what? We are living in a life of ignorance and we are not working on our spiritual evolution, or we're not having an inquiry about our life and death, what is truth and etc. See that in Mahabharata, Dharmaraja is asked, what is the what's the term that is called? What is um, what is the term is the English term? I'm trying to figure out what is the English term. What is the weird thing about that he saw among people? Okay, it's not weird. Weird is also not right. It is it's kind of like a surprise thing. Okay, a surprise where how come people can be like this? Okay, so that kind of a thing. Okay, what's the most uh, uh, term like that, right? So then he says the answer that Dharmaraja gives is everybody sees people around them dying. We all see people around us dying. Okay, some relative has passed away, some friends' parents have passed away. During COVID, so many passed away. Some natural disaster, someone passed away. Some accident, someone passed away. Some shooting, someone passed away. Some illnesses, people passed away. So many ways to pass away. And yet, we all live as if death is not coming to knock our door. Okay? So that is the most interesting thing in humanity, he says. So, of course, nowadays in modern society, we have life insurance agents once in a while who knock on our door just to remind us that how long do you think you are going to live? Do you have enough life insurance? Did you write your will? All of those. So, but this is the mudha. The mudha is we are not considering. It is not just about like, okay, we understand that we all die. But the thing is that what do we want to do with our life before that? Okay. And especially in our Hindu tradition, because we believe in reincarnation, okay, how do we want to have our path beyond death? So this kind of analysis is not being done. And even if the analysis is done, the execution on the findings of that analysis is not being done. That is mudhaha. So these naradhamas who perform negative actions and which harms other people, that's also mudha, that's also naradhama, this is also naradhama. And why do they do that? Oh, because Maya apa, sorry, Maya apakruta jnana. Okay, so what happened is that their mind, okay, so Maya, what it did was it has stolen away their intelligence, their knowledge, their wisdom. So now when Maya stole their intelligence means what? We continue to think, but we come to wrong conclusions. We are misguided. We are engaged in false thinking. Okay, and our intelligence goes in wrong direction. So this, because of sattva, this sattva is going. The thinking part is what is sattva guna, right? Thinking whether good thinking or bad thinking, it requires the thinking requires that brilliance. So that is called sattva. However, if you are thinking in an incorrect way, that sattva is gone in a wrong direction. Okay. Because remember, so we covered tamasika, we covered sattva. Remember, like we are bound in three gunas. We said, right? Three guna, right? So now, how that is, the three gunas are binding us from a tamasika perspective, either we are doing wrong things or we are deluded. Okay. Many of us who are here at one point might have done bad things. Maybe we are not doing bad things now, but delusion, it is still there. Okay. And the jnana, our jnana taking us, because of Maya, we are deluded and we are thinking in wrong means. Wrong means what? See, even it is not just us, even companies also, when they are too close to a problem, they cannot think properly. That's why they bring external consultants, right? So advisors, etc. So we also, when we don't know how to think correctly, what we do, we probably go to a financial advisor, we go to a tax consultant, or we go to a like someone who writes your will, etc. Right? So we reach out to people just because I don't know if my thinking is right or wrong. So I want to go to a right person. Why do I go to a financial consultant? Just to make sure my investments and my hard work, my hard-earned money is in proper order. So that's why I go to financial advisor. Okay. To ensure that all the money that I earned is passed on to my children at appropriate term, at appropriate time. Okay. What do? I go to an attorney and I create a will and all of those. But what about me alone? Okay. What about my mind? Okay. How do I ensure that I am going in the right track? So for that, am I going to a guru and checking my knowledge? Okay. Hey Guru, please help me. Okay. I don't know if my mind is in right direction or wrong direction. Please give me advice so that I fulfill the purpose of my life successfully and I reach the feet of the Lord. So that kind of a health check are we doing? Okay, we are doing health checks in different ways, right? So when we go to a doctor for a physical check, we do every other visual like the vision test and all of those tests, this test, that test. And from medical perspective, we do it. From financial health perspective, we do it. Right. In at least in the US, people also visit therapists on a regular basis. Okay, but from a spirituality perspective, what are we doing? Okay, because to correct this sattva. Then, then there's another issue, which is Rajasika issue. What? Asuram bhavam ashritaha. Asuram bhavam ashritaha. So asuram bhavam ashritaha means those who revel, okay, just in senses. So asarika means what? So like usually like asura means we think about rakshasas. Okay, so some Ravana asura, like that, right? But asura means the way of thinking is asurika. Asurika means what? Enjoy and revel in sense pleasures. So it is one who is, the definition is asusu ramante iti asuraha. So that means asusu means indriyeshu. So one who are reveling in indriyas are called asura. Okay. So, so that means what? Indriyas are constantly busy trying to, I want to see this, I want to watch that, I want to go there, I want to experience this, I want to do that, do this. And we are running wherever our indriyas are taking. So that is our Rajasika attitude. So in the Rathakalpana, meaning in the visualization of a chariot, okay, in the Mahabharata war, okay, the Arjuna's chariot. What are the horses represent? Horses represent Indriyas. And the string, I mean what you call like those ropes that are controlling the horses, okay, that leash, okay, the leash is mind. And one who is controlling those leashes, okay, the charioteer, is it charioteer? Basically, the driver of the chariot is intellect. And the jiva is one who is sitting in the ratha. And ratha has two wheels. They are they bound you to which direction you need to go to. Now, where do the horses run? They run wherever they want to run. Okay, so that means that what the road is basically is the field of experience for indriyas. Field of experience for indriyas means Vishaya Bhogas, the enjoyment, objects of enjoyment. So horses, if they are not properly controlled by the driver, the chariot, what happens? They go wherever they want to go. And if there are like 4 or 5 horses, they run in different directions and then the chariot breaks. So what is controlling these horses is that leash. That leash is mind, and that mind has to be held steady by the intellect. Only when intellect is able to hold that leash strongly and able to direct the horses wherever the intellect wants to go, that is when you reach the destination. Otherwise, you reach where horses want to go, and then the ratha also breaks down. So this is where asuram avamashitaha means one who is going through the path of this horse, right? I mean, like these indriyas, they are called asuras. So now, today, I do whatever I want to, whatever I feel like, whenever I feel like, because I have seen something new or I have heard about something and I want to go try this. Okay, a new restaurant. I heard that a new restaurant is open. Okay, so let me go test it out. Okay, so that is asarika. Okay? Again, like it is not like a negative thing, but it is we are controlled by our senses. So here in the shloka, what we have seen, naradhamas. These naradhamas, they perform from a tamasic perspective. They are performing bad things and they are deluded. Dushkrutinaha mudhaha. From a sattva perspective, how did they lose? Maya apahruta jnana. Okay, their mind is taken away by Maya. The intelligence is taken away by Maya. And from Rajasic perspective, asuram bhavamashitaha. They are reveling in senses. So, na mam prapadyante. None of these people are going to reach God. That is what it is saying. So, as long as we are bound in sattva, rajas, and tamas, we are unable to reach God. But only when we are able to surrender, then we will reach God. So, how do we surrender? What else can we do about it, etc.? Those we will uh, learn in our next session. Okay. Any questions based on what you heard so far?
I'm good.
So we'll close it. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you all. See you next Sunday.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.